So, I'm a very vivid dreamer. Not all the time, but I do have dreams. And there was a series of dreams that I had for like about a year, maybe, or maybe a couple years, I don't remember, but I haven't had this dream in a few years, but, I would get this recurring dream. It wasn't exactly the same, but I would dream I was entering my town, my actual town. Not everything about it was how it is now, but it definitely captured the essence of the town that I actually live in. And the beginning of the dream, I'm in a vehicle as a passenger. The interesting thing is I never see the driver. Even though it's very vivid, my attention is never on what is going on in the vehicle. It's on the outside. And I'm always a passenger, but I don't know who is driving, but so anyway, I'm riding down the road, and I see fire everywhere. Nothing is actually being consumed, and nothing is actually burning. It's just as if the fire is just there. It's just part of the town. And it usually is a fair looking day, beautiful, and there's people out and about on the streets, coming and going. And I'm just sitting there in wonder, like, why don't other people see this? Nobody seems to take notice of the fire that's everywhere. I wonder why nobody says anything about it. Nobody has any conversations about it. It's as though it's just there and they don't see it. Like they're too busy to see it. But yet, when I look out the window, it's all I see is the fire. So, next, part of one of the dreams was when I was looking out the window and I saw fire in the distance. It was a beautiful day and people were just going about their business. And I'd look away and I'd look back, and every time I looked back, the fire was just getting closer. And I was like, oh my goodness, it's almost here. But nobody noticed. Nobody even stopped to look. And I wondered, why doesn't anybody see it? It's there. It's obviously there, but people don't see it. I would stand amazed. Just people going about their lives. This dream would reoccur. I don't even know how many times it would happen. But I would see the same thing. Fire and nobody taking notice. So there were even scenes in my dream where I'd be sitting in a room and things would just be on fire. Again, the fire wasn't destructive. It didn't destroy anything. It didn't hurt anything. It was just there. And I'm very focused on the fire. I'm sitting observing the fire. People aren't observing the fire. They're not seeing it. This is not normal to me, but lately I've been seeing it. They're not seeing it. Why don't they notice that this is not normal for fire to be on everything? I'm just sitting back, watching. I'm sitting, observing this fire. They're not. They're just going about their business. There was the end of the dream, the last dream I had. I'm leaving town. On my way out of town, I was in a vehicle. Again, I never see the driver. I'm not even paying attention to that or even thinking about it. But, so I'm leaving town. And as I'm leaving, again, it's a beautiful day. But I noticed something different. On the hillside, a beautiful green hillside, there's these 3 beautiful trees. And the trees are very vibrant. And they actually have flames coming off them. Again, the flames are not consuming anything. It's just a part of it. It's like the flames are part of the tree. But behind the tree was this massive sun. It was so massive, it just illuminated everything. It's almost as if that big, massive sun was fueling something. I don't know. But it was very radiant. And I looked up at the hillside and I took notice of this massive, brilliant sun. So massive, and I thought, that's not normal for the sun to be that big. And it's not normal for trees to have fire on them, even though they're not burning. And I thought, how come nobody's talking about this? This is not normal. Nobody else has seen this. Why hasn't anybody noticed that huge sun? Why hasn't anybody noticed trees with fire? But I passed and I was leaving. This was the exit of the town. The final dream I had. I was leaving the town. And that was the end of the series of dreams. I one day was at home and I looked outside and it was a beautiful sunset that day. And I looked up at the trees and they were very bright. The sun was illuminating the trees as it was setting. It's beautiful. And I immediately called my mom to tell her to look at the sun. To look at the sunset. It's beautiful. And she says, I know, I'm looking at it. And I remember thinking how it reminded me of my dream. And what do you know? What she says? She said, you know, I was just thinking about your dream. And I said, yes, Mother, so am I. I wonder what that dream means. She said, well, I don't know. But as I was sitting here thinking about it, something did come to me. And she was talking about being refined in fire, and at the end, everything comes out perfected. And I thought, yeah. I also felt like I was being given some insight, something that others haven't seen, something being revealed. So, that was the last dream. It's been a few years, but you know what? We made it to the end, so here's a beautiful cake. Thanks for sticking around to the end. I don't know what the cake tastes like. I guess that's up to your imagination.